Oh, good morning. It's 5:30 in the morning. Well, on the game it is, so yeah. Up bright and early. We are going to be doing our next episode, our next how-to episode on the Class 377. So we're going for this one, guys, today. Class 377. How to use the controls. Okay, so the first things first, none of these controls work until you decide to turn the key and put it into forward. So first of all, master key, A or X if you're on the PS4, press and hold it, over to the right, and then we've got the direction switch, which we can now do. Okay, this is where everything will now switch on. Now, because it is quite early in the morning, we need to put our night running. We'll just check the rear. Yep, the lights are on. Excellent. So, first things first, we are using the same as the Class 166. There is one controller for brake. There we go. Down to power. So what we're going to do is we're going to travel to Brighton, or we're going to travel to Lovers Walk North, and then we're going to travel to Brighton, and then what we will do is we will then look at the other controls, the other buttons that we can potentially use on here. Now before we do, because we are in the sidings, we don't use the horn because that's too loud, but the Class 377 has a whistle, and this is used especially in the depot areas to warn people that are on the tracks without blasting their ears off. Now what's nice today is we've got an 8-carriage train, which is good because that will show us one particular feature that I found out, which we'll be going through. So let's make our way towards here. So we're going to stop at the Lovers Walk North and then take it from there. Anyway guys, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I hope you've enjoyed these extra episodes. Now this is the last one for this week. Not sure if I'm going to do it from next week. Let me know guys, leave a comment. Do you like these little how-to episodes? Do you think they're worth continuing? So we've done the Class 166, the Thames Turbo, the Networker Turbo. We've done the HST, the Class 43 and the Class 66. And then as well, my current favourite, this one, the 377. Do you think it's worth doing any others? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know on Twitter or on Instagram. Remember, at MegaSim UK on Instagram and Twitter. Send me a message or comment on this video or any of our how-to videos. Do you think it's worth us doing these videos? Is it worth me doing more? Because they take a little while to try and figure out and remember. So let me know in the comments. If it all goes well, we may do some more in the future. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Anyway, Lovers Walk North, we are slowly getting there, so what we can do is we can start braking. Remember, we've got our RB and RT, so RB or R1 on the PS4 will do the brakes, and RT or R2 will do the acceleration. Okay, so we're here. Okay, so for this particular one we need to make sure that we switch everything off. Okay, so we'll switch the headlights off. Let's see what we've got. Actually, with these tail lights, we've got auto, we've got off, we've got on. So what we'll do is we'll leave it on auto. Because what's good about that is it will automatically switch on. And what we'll do is we will run down the train. Now what we could have done, we could have gone into the train itself and gone through it, but I don't know, I just wanted to walk outside. So there's the second train, So it's an 8-car train, so 2 4s. This is actually quite good because we get to go in reverse. Okay, so you see they're on. So what we'll do is we'll climb up the steps. Okay, so this is something we can have a look at straight away. So let's close that door. Now, we have this door here, and as you can see, when you've got 2 carriages connected together, you use these doors. But when you're in here, you see, you can't not have that bit of the door open. Okay? So what we'll do is we'll sit in the driver's seat. We will do the master key again, switch it to on, and we will start heading off. And what we should have done actually, so we should have done the night runnings, and the tail lights are on auto, which is good. Here we go. Do a little whistle. Excellent. Then we'll start heading over to Brighton. Any second now. Oh, now I'm going slightly over the speed limit, so let me just brake slightly to get around that. So what we were in here earlier, in these sidings here. So if we look at the front camera, we were down there earlier. No, we're actually here, so we have quite a way, didn't we, to get to this point. Now all we can do is we can contact the signaller and we can proceed at restricted speed. So did you notice I went from red to green? So there are some points during the game where you do need to request to go through red lights, and that's by pressing the D-pad, the yellow, and the contact signal to there. Okay, so press and hold the D-pad, go up to contact signal. So you've seen one of my episodes before where we've done the Class 166 train wash, and it does come with the red light on that as well. So it's a very similar circumstance with that too. As I said, once we get into Brighton Station, we'll be able to explain a couple of these extra options on here. What we can do though is, whilst we are here, we do have the cruise control, as we would call it. What we can do is we can set it to 10, and if I set that to active, what will happen, if you notice, is you've got the blue bits on the speedometer, and that won't allow us to go any higher than what we've set. Okay, so that's quite cool to use, but if you switch it off and you've still got your acceleration on, it's going to cause issues for you because you will just zoom on ahead. What I will do is I will stop here because there is a bug in the system, and what I want to do is I want to show you this. So with this door being open, I can actually accelerate with this door open, which is pretty bad because most other doors will shut, but this one stays open. And if you notice here, which we'll look at in a minute, you've got all these blue lights. These are all the doors closed, but the red ones are the doors that are open. Now this one isn't open, but I can still open it whilst moving because I opened it before I moved. I don't know why there's a bit of a bug in this, but unfortunately there is, and we just have to deal with it until it gets fixed. And if you notice there, did you notice how it cut out and then went back in? That's probably the third rail on this, so it lost the power just for a split second, and that's why it did that. So as we get into Brighton, what we'll do is we will then look at the extra buttons on this panel. There's one good one in particular that I do like, which we will look at. Okay. And here we are. Do we get a gold medal? We got a bronze medal. Probably because we were late. We should have got there at 4 minutes late. So what we'll do is we'll turn free roam. Now our schedule starts at 5:57. Now, looking at this, if I go over to here, I do have the ability to switch on our AWS if you want to use that. If not, you know, what we'll do is we'll stick with these. So all these panels don't work, so there's no point thinking about any of that. Let's just close that door for them. So let's go through from here. So we've got our wipers, we've got our hazard lights, which we've seen before, we've got all our door control. We've got these overrides here, which we don't use. The sand, which I've never used. DRA, I'm not au fait on trains and things like that, so the only thing I know that it does is it restricts my speed. Cab light, we can switch that on and off. Whistle, couple and uncouple, which I've not seen a level where we're going to couple and uncouple this train, but what we could do is we could potentially do it in the middle of this train just as a test. Now, as you can see here, if I press and hold the left button and I unlock the left, can you see all the reds on the left are there? To get a closer look, let's press and hold the right joystick and go to the left panel. So as you can see here, if I now lock them, these will then all go blue. So these are all the left doors. Now, there is something really cool that you are able to do with this train, and it's this button. Now, can you see only the first 4 coaches are open? Sorry, I forgot to mention, this dot here is the front of the train. So when you're at the front, it will have at front, you'll see that dot knowing which direction you're in. Only the first 4 coaches have opened, coach doors have opened. Okay, so we can see the first 4 but not the remaining 4. So that's a really cool feature that I found out. So if you have stations that are only half, you can open half the doors, which is quite cool. And then let's close the doors. We've also got our signal, our bell, we've got our notice board light, which is here but we have nothing to notice board on. We've got our other buttons here that I'm not sure on. And then we've got our AC temperature, our lights, you know, things like blinds. You can open the window, you can open the door, you know, all that side of things. So that's pretty cool. Now what you can also do on here, let me just close the window, is you can change what it says on the panel, on the front screen. So can you see here it says not in service? Now if I press the PIS, this is where you can choose it. So I can go down to Lewis as an example, and I confirm that location. If I now go here, oh, sorry guys, now it says Lewis. Now the one button I haven't pressed is that. So no location not listed is just directly goes back. So as you can see, there's loads of different ones on here. Now this train can go to all those locations, but this level, so in real life it can go to all those places, but for this DLC it's very limited. Okay, So East Croydon. So that's how you can see which doors are open, which is really cool. There is the emergency brake. One thing to notice with the emergency brake is if the emergency brake is active, emergency, and you're doing it whilst moving, you have to switch off the direction and then back on again to then be able to release the brake. Okay, so just so you know on that. Excellent. Now what we're going to do, we're going to unlock. So now we're going to see if this works. We're going to go through the train, down to the train. We're going to try and uncouple and just see what it does. Whilst we're on this, we've still got plenty of time. So I'm sorry this is a slightly longer, video. There we go. And I think that's it. Let's just check. What button was it again, guys? I've forgotten already. Oh yeah, it was this, wasn't it? Hey. Okay. What we do? Let's try it. We'll do is yes. Now one thing it does happen now is you can't jump out the train whilst it's moving. That's something that you were able to do before, but I believe there have been updates to prevent that. So now we can see that we are two trains. Okay. Now, I'm flicking over to this one just so we can see this as we go. What we can do is we can master keys on, that's on there, and we can just kind of get going on here. They're all the buttons that you've got on here. Then, as I said, what we've got is we've got our door close. Now, I'm not sure. Yeah. So the door release. So there's an all release, but this door release one will only do the first half if it's a 2 or 3 coach train, 2 coach train. Okay. Let's just see how it goes. So that's pretty much it, guys. That is how you can control trains for the Class 377. As I said, let me know, are there any other... do you want me to continue with these how-tos? Do you want me to look at the other... Do you want me to look at the other trains that we've got on these DLCs? Do you want to see how to control them? Let me know in the comments. I don't want to just kind of go ahead and do them because I'm trying to catch up and things like that, making sure that we are doing it okay and that you are enjoying what you're watching. You know, I don't want to kind of release videos of stuff that you don't want to see, so let me know. Is this something you want to see or not? Now what we're going to do is we're going to see this beautiful bridge. It's a lovely bridge in Brighton. let me try the emergency brake. So, we've done the emergency brake, okay? Now, oh, if I now try and release the brake, see, it won't do it. So what you need to do is you need to off it, on it, and then it will release. So off by pressing the up, so it X's, on, and then you can go. Let me just do it again. There we go. Okay guys, anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Press the notification bell, ding-a-ling-ding-ding, and we'll see you tomorrow. We have a nice video tomorrow to look forward to. But don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at MegaSim UK. That's at MegaSim UK. Hope you have a pleasant day. And yeah, we'll see you again soon. Thanks guys, see you soon. Oh, actually, what we'll do is, before we do it, let's just see what that is. So it's at a station. Anyway, thank you very much guys. See you soon, and stay safe. Have a good weekend. See you tomorrow. Bye.